Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, November 10th. Your general mood read. Remember, I do these mood reads based on what's going on with the moon for us right now. So I'm still doing my weekly love and career reads. But these are just a brief what's happening with us emotionally as a collective based on what's occurring with the moon. So I'm just going to talk about some basic transits. Then I'm going to pull some cards, throw some astro dice, and see what's going on. So we still have the moon in Virgo. It's still hanging out there in that fabulous sixth house landlord energy. Remember, Virgo is the landlord of the sixth house, has to do with problem solving, has to do with our day-to-day work environment, our day-to-day experience in general, our mental, physical, and emotional health, our small animals. So lots going on there. But many of us are going to have a focus on our career right now. It does seem like that, like where the problem solving is going to be for many of us focus on either what we're doing to make money, our public reputation, our maybe our place in the world. For some of us, who maybe is thinking about retiring, or maybe again you're getting you're maybe making a decision to change careers altogether. But whatever's going on having to do with your career, your public reputation, this could also even be like, you making the decision to get a divorce, for some of you, others of you getting married. But this is an auspicious energy. So whatever happens, it's going to end up being good. And for some of you, you may find yourself in a situation where you're more recognized publicly. For others of you, you're just going to feel really organized in your day-to-day experience, your day-to-day work environment, just your day-to-day, even around home. A lot of you might be having emotional epiphanies about your work. It might just be coming like very internal. Moon energies are very internal. You'll be feeling more organized in your emotions, if that makes sense. Like you're going to be feeling more if you're on the right path. And we're kind of talking about that the past couple of days, right? When it comes to our emotions, for sure. Now, just be careful on this day with communications, right? Because we do have the moon is going to be semi-squaring Mercury. And whenever we have a semi-square or sessi-square, it just means like something annoying is going on. It's easy to ignore it, but then it could end up growing fangs later. So right now would be today would be a good time to like stop before you think. Think about what you're saying. Otherwise, it's really likely for some kind of misunderstanding to occur. But this, guys, remember, this can go both ways. So, great energy for everybody to just stop and count to 10 before expressing how they feel, and try to do it calmly. I know a lot of people feel very confident and comfortable to just be, this is what I think or whatever. It's very important to try to find the right words right now. So don't be surprised, though, if somebody ends up accusing you of hurting their feelings and you're like, what? What did I say? I don't even know what I said. Or you feeling like that from somebody. Again, it's a one-day kind of thing. It's try not to make a big deal out of it. Try, nobody means it. It's just the silly semi-square. Blame it on that. But it's definitely going to be a thing though, because it's a very strong influence on the 10th. So I just want to give you a heads up. Now we have the moon is still quincunxing Mars, right? So again, you could feel a little out of sorts, a little irritable, not quite yourself. But again, it's not going to be the kind of thing. It's a very interesting energy, this one, because you're not yourself, but you don't realize it, but you can see that other people are not quite themselves. Or it's the kind of energy where like, are you okay? Is something going on? But it's the kind of energy where if you push it too far, like arguments can start. It's like, God damn it, I'm fine. Stop asking me. So just try to be patient with yourself and others. The energies collectively are going to be running high this whole week. So just do your best to avoid overreacting, any kind of rash behavior. It'd be great if you could do something active, right? Because whenever we have that Mars energy, Mars is like that. It's wand energy, it's fire, it's passion. So anything that you could like release, do something to release it, will be a great positive way of handling this excess sort of emotions that you're going to be dealing with. Now, the fact that the moon is opposing Neptune doesn't really help that quincunx at all, right? That we still have going on, since this is still going to make you feel kind of out of sorts. You may not, you may not even understand why. Again, it may be a thing, there may be something going on in your life or not, but you're just going to feel a general vibe of confusion where you're just not really sure. You're surrounded by more question marks than periods at the end of a sentence right now. The good news is this is a passing thing. It's a passing phase. So you can relieve any anxiety by, go back to that Mars energy, anything active, but Neptune really does respond well to anything that's sort of like relaxing and sort of dreamy. Yeah, I mean, you can have a couple of cocktails, don't overdo though, because with Neptune, there is a tendency to overdo. Or, watch a movie, get a massage or something like really nice. Go out in nature if you can. That would be the best if you can go for a walk out in nature. Anything spiritual or artistic, anything like that would be really good for today. And even though, let's wrap it up with some positive stuff. Even though there are some confusing energies that are going on this day, you're able to listen to your own emotions really clearly, which is nice. And you're able to find a balance between your your ability to self-express, even to yourself, which is amazing, right? Because there's nothing more confusing than being like within yourself, like, I don't know. A lot of us have been feeling that. But not only your self-expression with yourself, just in general, right? But also accommodating other people's needs, not in a martyrish kind of way, more in like a give and take. There's a very give and take energy here. So you need to take care of yourself, but you also need to take care of and listen to other people's emotional needs, particularly for your partner, if you have one. And I say that like, relationship partner, business partner, anybody who you're in like any sort of shared soul purpose with, because it's those close energies that we're going to be feeling it the most closely with. All right. So let me pull some cards, and I'm going to be pulling them across, and then I'm going to pull the camera down, screen down. Okay, I'm going to pull some. I'm using the Light Sea Tarot, and let's see what we get as far as our astro dice. Okay, let's take a peek at what showed up for the day. So, we have Venus again. We had Venus yesterday. We have the 4th house of home, feeling rooted, feeling grounded. This could have to do with your physical home. This could have to do with a metaphorical home, something that you feel very at home with and in. And then we have it again with Aquarius. So guys, I mean, keeping it real, some of you guys might be making a decision to leave home, buy a home, sell a home, move in, out, have somebody move in, out. This idea of your home, maybe you're realizing that you want to make it prettier, right? We got Venus here, and you want to make it pretty. You want to do some work on it, maybe moving into the really sort of wanting your surroundings just to be prettier moving into the future for a lot of you. So for some of you, it can be that. For others of you, maybe you're wanting to do some work on your house, because remember, going back to that 10th house energy, I feel like a lot of people are going to be feeling, a lot of you guys are going to be working from home now, or you want to work from home. So you're trying to maybe figure out a way of reconfiguring things going on in your home. Okay, so let's move that over here. Now for you guys, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So the Ace of Wands in the reverse does indicate some sort of rejection or false start for some of you. For others of you, it's just going to be delay. For others of you, this can mean somebody speaking to you with just a lot of aggression. This is definitely a fire energy. Wands are well and motivation and moving forward. So obviously when it's in reverse, it's the opposite of that, but also it can indicate like these false starts. It's kind of false start. And we have this working with the Hierophant energy. So the Hierophant energy does indicate First of all, it's one of the marriage cards. It's about, also celebrating the sacred within your relationship. So for some of you, quite specifically, this could be some sort of rejection when it comes to a serious relationship, some sort of delay in you getting married. Some of you may be experiencing that delay. And there's a delay in you guys being able to move your life forward together, and being able to do something that would, basically show up as some sort of tradition, some sort of maybe something that's expected of you, some sort of convention, something that you're looking to conform to. So anything like that is all hierophant energy. But I see there's some sort of false start or some sort of delay, that's just going to require a little bit of thinking. Yeah, we have this working with the Queen of Swords energy in the reverse for you. So this does indicate a cold person, somebody who's thinking, with very, very rigid logic, somebody who's just not being nice. Some of you could just be dealing with somebody who's just plain old dishonest. Now it's a queen energy here, which is a court energy. So queen, king, prince, page, whatever. They can all be you, another person that you're dealing with, just a general energetic influence. Okay. So, to have this energy, this could just be, I know a lot of people are just feeling like this very strange general energetic vibe about the society that they're living in right now. And they're being deeply disturbed by the dishonesty that seems to be presenting itself right now. So for many of you, you can be just understanding it like that. For others of you, you may be feeling like just kind of cold and cut off, a little rigid in your thinking right now for whatever reason, or you might be dealing with an energy that's like that. But we do have the world, so we like this because this does indicate some sort of lesson learned. I mean, the world is the most positive card in the deck, and it's about completing a lesson. And the lesson that's being completed was a hard one, because this is Saturn. And Saturn brings these great, beautiful gifts after having gone through quite a bit. So for some of you, this can be completing a lesson. For some of you, this can mean actually moving away, finding a new home altogether. For some of you, this can indicate making the decision to go on a long trip, but it being very good for you. But more than anything, the world does indicate the completion of a lesson. So, maybe we're going to be finding out some news about something, perhaps here in the States, for those of you who live here. Who knows? It could be on the macro level like that, or it could just be micro, maybe a little bit of both. It depends. Everybody's story is a little different. Then we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. Did we get this yesterday? We may have in different position, but this is about moving on and forgiveness and hope returning and recovering. So if we did get it yesterday, I like that we got it yesterday, because these things don't happen in a vacuum, right? I mean, they kind of this is a thing, right? This is something that we need to do, right? So there's forgiveness going on, there's hope returning going on, there's some sort of recovery going on, there's a moving on going on, there's a coming back to life. So this is a very coming back to life energy. So for some of you who are maybe healing from some sort of like horrible heartbreak or some sort of situation that was just really not healthy for you, in a very personal level, you sort of getting back out there. You're like calling your friends again. You're kind of becoming one with life again, right? But now we are dealing with the idea of the high priestess in reverse. So this does indicate some clouded insight, my friends. It does. Blocked intuition. Something may not be what you are thinking about it completely right now. Because remember, the high priestess is a moon energy. Okay. Now, this is the thing. Whenever we have the moon is obviously, as we're discussing here, it rules our emotions. It's what we're feeling underneath the surface, right? And whenever we have it reversed, we're trying to pull out we're trying very hard to be honest with ourselves, but we're having a challenging time seeing our way forward. So this can certainly indicate for the moment you having some blocked intuition and some blocked insight. And we have this working with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is, again, somebody with no follow through. I feel like we might have gotten this, well, anyway, within the past couple of days. Somebody who really does not have good, strong follow through. Now, this could be somebody who's just got a basic jealous vibe where they're unhappy about maybe their station in life. Now, this could be you. It could be an energy that you're dealing with. Just not being happy with the reality of something. And so what can happen here often is somebody can become so entrenched in some sort of jealousy where they end up having this analysis paralysis kind of thing, and they make every excuse in the book to not move themselves forward in one way or another, or they make every excuse in the book to not accept a certain truth, right? And so that's just something that you need to keep in mind. But if it has to do with the pentacle energy, if it has to do with money, this can be somebody that just doesn't have any follow through when it comes to what they say they're going to do with work, or they just can't seem to get out of their own way, you know? And then we have this working with the Six of Swords in reverse. So the Six of Swords in reverse, it does indicate an inability to move on from something and there being some sort of stagnancy. And this is telling me that there might be a challenge in accepting something, okay? Challenge in moving away from something that you know is not good for you, and just feeling kind of stuck for the day, just kind of feeling stuck. So this idea of stuck and no follow through, again, it could be you, it could just be an energy that you're dealing with, but it does seem like this is going to be requiring some patience from you for sure. And if you can, just try to avoid any kind of big blowouts, just because the energy's weird this week. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just giving you the weather. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. See you tomorrow. Bye.